poster child of Germany's post-World War II era. Today, the enfant terrible of the global automotive industry, Volkswagen's scandalous saga began on 18 September this year when United States Environmental Protection Agency found that Volkswagen cars sold in the US were equipped with a cheat device that could detect when the engine was being tested and then report reduced emission values to improve results. The cheat devices fitted in Volkswagen's EA189 family of diesel engines showed reduced nitrogen oxide output to comply with US standards during regulatory testing, but the cars were actually emitting 40 times more on-road. This meant Volkswagen was putting public health at risk, considering nitrogen oxide causes smog, which can lead to severe respiratory illness. Soon, Volkswagen admitted that it had planted cheat devices in 11 million diesel vehicles around the world, in addition to 500,000 cars in the US.
Our company was dishonest with the EPA and the California Air Resources Board, and with all of you. And in my German words, we have totally screwed up.
As a direct result of the scandal, Volkswagen's group CEO Martin Winterkorn resigned and was replaced by Matthias Müller, former Porsche boss, who was given the mandate to salvage the brand. But this was far from easy. Firstly, Volkswagen faces fines of up to $18 billion in the US. Secondly, after the US, other countries such as the UK, Italy, France, South Korea, Canada, Germany and India had begun independent investigations. To contain the crisis, Volkswagen then announced plans to refit up to 11 million affected vehicles in a rectification program that is the costliest ever. Brand-wise, nearly 5 million cars at Volkswagen, 2.1 million at Audi and 1.2 million at Skoda were recalled. Geographically, 8.5 million vehicles were recalled in Europe and 0.12 million in South Korea before India also made its recall. Globally, the scandal also spread to 90,000 3-litre V6 engines in some Audi, Porsche and Volkswagen vehicles. In India, the Ministry of Heavy Industries mandated premier testing agency, the Automotive Research Association of India or ARAI, to begin its probe. ARAI's report found that diesel models of Volkswagen and Audi were emitting 5 to 9 times more nitrogen oxide in on-road tests than what lab emission data showed. Thereafter, a show cause notice was issued to the car maker. In its independent report, Volkswagen India clarified that it had not installed cheat devices in cars in India and contested the ARAI's findings. It, however, proceeded to voluntarily recall 3.2 lakh cars to carry out technical updates.
By this time, Volkswagen found itself in a new emission web globally, this time for understating carbon dioxide readings in about 800,000 vehicles in Europe. Now, this is a severe offense because carbon dioxide is linked to global warming and the company had been benefiting from tax breaks for lower carbon footprint in several countries. But as the investigation progressed, it was found that the carbon dioxide emission scandal affected far fewer vehicles than initially estimated.
The most crippling impact of the Dieselgate scandal was certainly on Volkswagen's financial health. Since the scandal broke, Volkswagen's market capitalization has eroded 40%, sales have fallen in key markets, and the company reported its first ever quarterly loss in 15 years.
For Volkswagen, the road to resolution is going to be a perilous one. The company has set aside $7.4 billion to deal with the crisis, but Credit Suisse pegs the total cost of the scandal at a whopping $87 billion. Reason why the company's borrowings have already gone up to $21 billion and a stringent cost-cutting plan is in the works. This includes a cap on future investments, the slashing of its R&D budget by $1.1 billion, possibly shutting down its Phaeton factory in Dresden, and perhaps even parting ways with its high-end luxury brands Ducati, Bentley and Lamborghini. In Mumbai, Farah Bookwala Vhora.
That's the story of